We start tonight in Augusta, where lawmakers have just passed a budget bill to fund state government for the next 2 years and close a gap in Maine's Medicaid program. Good evening. I'm Caroline LaCour. Thanks for being with us. News Center Maine's Donovan Lynch joins us live now with more from the State House. Donovan, what can you tell us out there?
Yeah, hey, Caroline. Well, just moments ago, the Senate voted to enact this 2-year budget bill. Before that, the House did just the same. Now, this budget bill, Democrats describe as a continuing services budget. That means it covers programs already in place, and it's worth about $11.3 billion. The programs it covers are 55% of the public education costs, as well as municipal revenue sharing. And notably, it also would plug a $118 million funding gap in Maine Care, the state's Medicaid program. But really, the debate tonight hasn't centered as much on what's in the bill as exactly how it was passed. Now, in Maine, you can pass a budget 2 different ways. One is working in a bipartisan manner and getting a 2/3 majority in June to pass it as an emergency measure, which would take effect right away. The second is to pass it with a simple majority, then adjourn for the session and have that bill take effect 90 days later. And that is why we're talking about this budget bill in March, because Democrats did just that following the death of the supplemental budget bill last week, where Republicans withdrew their support so that that bill could not get the 2/3 majority. And Democrats say this is just really an important bill to fund the services Maine people need. But Republicans say that they've been left in the dark for this process and haven't gotten enough time to really dig in to what this bill has. Take a listen to some.
We don't have access to all the information we need to properly work on a budget. I was asked if I was effing lazy. I was asked why I don't hire more staff.
All these things that I'm hearing now that were so important to some of the members about implementing work requirements or capping enrollment or reducing enrollment by 10% or program integrity. I don't see any bills that I've readily identified on those topics put in by members on either side of the aisle.
Now, it has certainly been a long day in Augusta, and often the debate strayed away from strictly the matter of the budget. In fact, when the House was debating amendments on this budget bill, there came to the issue of the censure against State Representative Laurel Libby, a Republican who was censured for a post she made of a transgender minor to make the point that Maine's policy of allowing transgender athletes to play in women's sports was wrong. Republicans tried on the House floor to undo that censure. That effort was unsuccessful. Take a listen to some of the debate around that.
Let us ask ourselves, was it decent to coordinate an online attack of a child, an attack that has not ceased, and to maintain that attack?
We're only talking about one biological male, from what I understand, who was hurt by this, but none of the biological females who, once again, I know and I care for.
All right, and bringing it back to the budget, if we can, the reason that legislators are still in the State House is because this was passed with a simple majority. The legislature needs to adjourn, meaning end this session, to allow that bill to take effect in 90 days and avert a government shutdown if it doesn't. So that's that last piece of this puzzle, is adjourning the session. Bills will be carried over. I'll leave it with that, Caroline. I'll send it back to you.
Live in Augusta, Donovan Lynch, thank you. Definitely a long night.